which represents to us the feet of God, the feet of Jesus. When she gets a hold of the feet of the man of God, for us, the feet of Jesus, she lets it all out. She holds nothing back. She's not discounting what she's already said. Everything is fine, everything is okay. But she goes into, I need a miracle mode. I need a turnaround. I need a breakthrough. The enemy's interrupting my business. And I've been minding his business. So something's got to change. I've got a promise. I've got a dream. I've got a vision for my life. I've got a vision for my marriage. I've got a vision for my kids. Something's got to change here, because what just happened is not what was supposed to happen. Because I got a promise that I will receive a child, and you didn't give me that promise. God didn't give me that promise for him to just grow up to you know, he's obviously a young child. He didn't just grow up to 6 or 7 years old and then die and not be in my life. He was meant to grow up and be a man of God and be a full age. And so something's not right here, and something's got to change. Break the devil who has interrupted my business. Grab hold of the feet of Jesus, mama, and don't let go. I'm telling you, he'll change it. So Elijah sends immediately. He doesn't hesitate Gehazi to run ahead of him to lay the staff there. The woman says, but that's not good enough. I'm not leaving here until you go too, Elijah. Reminds me of Moses when God said, after the children of Israel messed up so badly, I'll send an angel with them, but I'm not going. Moses says, no, we can't go unless you go. And God is so moved by Moses' persistence. As Moses, he said, okay, I'll go. And Moses said, okay, if you're going, show me your glory. And you remember that's where he passes by, hides him in the rock, representing Jesus, and he sees his backside. No, you're going with me. Show me your glory. It's in his glory that we recognize that we don't have to shelve anything that God has given us. Because the enemy's been trying to interrupt our business. It changes nothing. Let me close. Verse number 30. But the boy's mother said, as surely as the Lord lives and as yourself live, I won't go home unless you go with me. Scripture goes on to say that Gehazi lays the staff there. Verse 32, when Elisha arrived, the child was indeed dead, lying there on the prophet's bed. He went in alone and shut the door behind him and prayed to the Lord. Then he lay down on the child's body, placing his mouth on the child's mouth, his eyes on the child's eyes, his hands on the child's hand. And as he stretched out on him, the child's body began to grow warm again. Life was coming back into the child. You draw close enough to the fire, you'll start warming up. Yeah. Come on. Mine, God says, mine my business. As you do, your business, your life, become warm again with the heat of my presence. Elisha got up, walked back and forth across the room once again, and then stretched himself out on the child again. This time the boy sneezed 7 times. The number 7 is the number for perfection. God worked 6 days. On the 7th day he rested, and he said, it is good. So the boy sneezed 7 times and opened his eyes, and Elisha summoned Gehazi, called the child's mother. He said, and when she came in, Elisha said, here, take your son. She fell at his feet and bowed before him, overwhelmed with gratitude. Then she took her son in her arms and carried him downstairs. Can you imagine that picture? I just imagine that the oblivious husband was no longer oblivious. I know he had to hear some squealing, some shouting, Wow. What a change in that house. But there had already been a change before the trauma and the difficulty came. Because she was minding his own business. He wants to help us do that. He cares about what you, Mom, have carried. He cares about what you have carried in your womb. And now they're your most precious treasures. Your babies. It doesn't matter how old and how young. I know they're always your babies. And they're your greatest treasure outside of Jesus. And the Lord hears your cry for them. And your vision, your hope, your dream to see them fall in love with Him or fall back in love with Him, it will come to pass. And by the way, the Lord's bringing in the greatest harvest that has ever been gathered, and much of that harvest will be prodigals.
Yeah.
It's her promise. And then for all of us, it's time to take those things off the shelf. And as we do, they may feel cold at first. Like she took, the body was cold, she put it on the bed of the prophet. But she minded his business. When the prophet got there, when Jesus gets there, he's not afraid. He hung on that cross. That's how Elisha stretched himself out on that cold, dead boy. Like Jesus on the cross, he stretched out, mouth to mouth, hands to hands, feet to feet. It would look a little strange if you walked in the room, right? And Jesus often looked strange to religious people, putting mud balls in blind people's eyes and, all kinds of crazy stuff.